what if, after they're told about the whole training exams, they're told what the test's what it's gonna be, and as they're told to dismiss, Naruto would run into the Genin squad that's part of the Sand Shinobi, like Sand Genin. One of them with red hair seems to be very mysterious, but what he notices of all of it about him would be that chakra emanating from him, surrounding him, and that bloodlust. And that would be the One Tails or Shinkaku. Shinkaku, he was the Ginger Kyoshin, which the Nine Tails would tell Naruto to watch out for him. He could be dangerous. And so they would. Okay. So it'll be time. He would get home and would train all the way up to the all the way up to the what was it? The tuning exams. But in the middle of it, of training, he would meet the head of the or the son of the head of the clan. Apparently, he ran away after, or like tricked his trainer and disappeared on him. And he's here to tell him some jutsus from the main family, since they cost a lot of chakra. Apparently, you have a lot. And he says that I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but apparently I'm supposed to be the next greatest head, so I might as well, since I'll be allowed to do whatever I want with it whenever I become with it. But you're supposed to be going to the tuning exams, since my father was talking about it. And if this ain't very strong, you can use this jutsu, which would surprise Naruto what it is. And he tells not to tell anybody else in the clan, and only show it if you really need it. And so he would head off. As he would disappear in a puddle would be left there after he disappeared. So it'll be time. Whenever they get there, they would run into the whole illusion thing or the genjutsu, which Naruto would be broke out of it quickly. But whenever he looks to his side, he would notice Neji. Him and Neji never got along. One time meeting, Neji tries to convince him to join him to try to overthrow their family. And Naruto pretty much crumbled his ideas and all that, and telling how wrong they are. Which this would completely, make Neji angry at him. And so, they never got along after that. So, it would be time for them to get ready. As it would be the first exam. Naruto would do fine in it. Nothing spectacular, like a perfect 100. But he would pass along with his team. And it would be time for the whole, forest to death. With them, Naruto trying to be jumped by some people, but he would freeze them instantly. But then whenever he'd be jumped by a snake, which he would pull out his blade, severing its head, cutting it down with threes. And he would be running back to his team, thinking that two people are trying to ambush us, or a group But he already took down 3, so somebody else is trying to attack them. Since that was the summon. And he would be right. As he would get there, seeing Sasuke being down by, Orochimaru. If you're wondering about the Lee fight, I would say it'd be stopped by Neji. Since they can see the anger on Neji's face. And Naruto's whenever they look at each other. Which Lee and Tintin is confused by. So yeah. But it'll be after Sasuke's already stopped himself and running around trying to battle, and he'd throw the scrolls and all that. Naruto frees him in midair, with Orochimaru jumping back. His spikes would try to go stab at him, as he would dodge some other moves with Deku swinging, or, oh my god, I just did the samurai one right before this, my dude. But Naruto swinging his sword left and right with him dodging it. As he grabs their scroll and get ready. As he asks Kurama, since he can still feel the fear in his heart right now, since his heart is pounding and his instincts are telling him to run, saying, I need your help. This guy's dangerous. With them like choking up with his talking. And Naruto would say, yes, I've seen this person once. This person's name's Orochimaru. He's bad news. And that you're gonna need some serious help. With everybody on Team 7, seeing chakra emanate from Naruto's body, covering him in a cloak, and his swords as well. As 2 tails would pop out of his back, as he tells Sasuke and Sakura to run, and they would see that still, even with the power and chakra coming off of him, which they can feel and see, as the chakra would start crystallizing or freezing, almost it would turn solid, as he would yell, run, as it would send a sonic boom, breaking trees around them and underneath the guy. Naruto's face and get out of my room. As the battle would begin, Naruto can create those hands from his hands and all that, where they stretch forward. But instead of being all chakra, it would be ice, so they would be jagged. As he would be ripping through the forest with it, swinging his swords. As he would crush down trees and cut to pieces. So he'd be pushing him back and back. Throwing a Bijubal strike. Like he would create one in his mouth. I'd say he has enough control to do this in the second form, even though it's not like in the higher forms. So it wouldn't be no more near the power of Four Tails form. Cat, don't do that. My cat's biting me. I'll bite you back. But he would send the blast. It would shred through some trees and knock this Orochimaru back. As Orochimaru would say, good job, kid. As he would pull out the sword from his mouth and go forward. With the sword, he would be able to cut through these arms that were shot at him, which were inconvenient to him, as they would get in a sword fight. But Naruto's swords would be cut through, since this blade is a rare blade, and it's very sharp. As it would be a brawl with his chakra. With Naruto about to enter the Three Tails form and go into the Four Tails form, or the BG can take over. With this battling being totally different from the one in Naruto Shippuden, since along with this immense chakra, Orochimaru's facing his Gekkei Genkai too. Since Naruto's sitting in like the back seat, controlling his Gekkei Genkai, as just like how his chakra was before, how his chakra had a mind of its own, now his ice does, switching off. And he would send out like ice serpents and all that, and he would be crushed into the area, as he would completely freeze all the trees around them, which their proctors would notice, because some of the trees have been falling down and all that. And that's when they learn Orochimaru's in the crowd, thinking that it's him. So as they would get there in the Anbu, they would see the Nine Tails with Naruto's Gekkei Genkai, which would completely freeze his body down to his cells, which would end off the battle right there. So you guys might be thinking that was a little much, but you guys remember how Orochimaru was still being whooped by this Four Tails Naruto? Like, you could argue that he was still hanging in there, but his strongest defense couldn't withstand it, along with Naruto using his Gekkei Genkai to control in the background. So yeah, there was like only one other guy except Madara and all those people, which would have been Pain. Which Pain did a pretty good job with his Rinnegan. But yeah. But it would end up with everybody getting there. Seeing Orochimaru being taken down, Naruto would get out of the Nine-Tail state, with him thinking the Nine-Tail's gonna go berserk. Falling down, as his body would be burned, but Naruto would freeze his body of his arm, which would help a bit, but that could cause more harm than helpful if he didn't do it right. But he would be bandaged up and brought to his team. He would have 2 scrolls, as his team would be bringed all the way to the tower for questioning. What it turns out, as they would see the guy wearing a huge crystal or ice thing, as they're told that that was legendary Sani, which this revelation got to Sakura and Sasuke very hard, since the Sani are almost Hokage level, and apparently Naruto froze him. But he is like completely passed out, with marks all over him that seem like burn marks, but how do you have burn marks all the way over your body? And all that. As he would be healed by medical ninjutsu and all that for the next week, or 2 weeks, since I'm pretty sure they had like a couple weeks on that test. So yeah. With Sasuke being questioned, I would say Sasuke in this one would have the strength to still be awake after he got the curse mark. So yeah. With Anko telling me about the curse mark and Kakashi put the seal on it, Naruto's told to recover through these weeks. As whenever he gets there, Naruto would walk out with his bandaged up body and his bandaged up, I would say, chest. Up his chest is where, while he was in the Nine-Tail state, he was struck by the sword whenever he was transforming into it. And that's why he went all the way up to the fourth tail from the second tail without him realizing it. Since Chroma had to pour chakra into him to save him. Since that was like a killing blow. But the Nine Tails did a lot of the healing from there. With the people seeing the scar, since he walks out unbandaged, since he just got healed, and he was told that they're getting started. Being out there, they're thinking what just happened. And they had to inform everybody there that there is like a high level shinobi there. And he's very dangerous, and Naruto helped him on. And they have him captured right now, but probably not for long. Since he'll find a way to get out, maybe. I'm pretty sure. But he got injured. But since we don't play favorites, he still has to go through the test. So all the parents will be up. It would be him versus Kiba. With everybody in their class thinking that he's gonna lose, since they still have the image of the weak Naruto. Not this one that has this jutsus and strength. As it would start, let's keep it rush forward. But as he does, Naruto, he would seem like he limped and he's about to fall. As he would disappear from their sight, with everybody being confused, since he's behind Kiba now. As he would throw a punch to Kiba's rib, punching him back, saying that, Kiba, you're too slow, try again. This would make him mad, as he would turn beast mimicry on, and get Aku, his dog, with him, and do the thing over thing. With Naruto pulling out a blade, and he would have used the fox's claw, swinging 2 blades this time, as it would have sent a strike, and it would cut through them, or cut them backwards. As Kiba's about to get up, but Naruto asks him if he wants to do that. As he would have his blade up with one hand, as he would activate a jutsu with a couple hand signs. So he says, with this strike, I can cut you in half. So he would demonstrate thrusting his hand down, or his sword down, as the line on the ground would have been cut. Cutting about a couple feet into the ground. Saying that I can split you into one strike. Which Kiba says, you want to try that? As Naruto would flash to him, swinging his blades for his neck. As the proctor would break his ice, and would tell him that Naruto wins, since he was going to deliver a killing blow. And so he would win. With everybody being bamboozled, since Naruto evenly just getting recovered after being struck in the chest by almost a killing blow. And apparently he took down like a very high-ranking shinobi or rogue shinobi. All that. Which this would get the attention of Gaara. With Gaara being interested in him, since he has this speed and this Gekigenkai, which outmatched everybody, was what he knew. Everything would go the same. All the way up to Gaara and all that, still the same. And after everybody gets past like how they did, they have a month of training. which Naruto would be told that somebody that's supposed to get care of him is coming by to train him, which that would have been, Jiraiya. Since Jiraiya was told that Naruto took down Orochimaru in his, with the Kyuubi's power, he had like a four-tailed cloak or something, and they wanted him to look into that. But this is where I'm going to leave it off. Peace, my dude.